Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Josh John, and I'm going to be giving you another game review. And as I've already said on Twitter, this review is going to be on Dragon Age 2. And, well, what can I say about Dragon Age 2 except from it is it's not an alright game, it is a great game. Vastly improved with the combat mechanics than it was in Dragon Age Origins if you play the game. Because with the DA2, the combat is more, if you're a warrior, more of a hack and slash. It's like you actually are the character. Because like when you're playing as the character Hawk, and you got your sword, the actual combat is Hawk actually slashing, and you actually press a button to keep on keep on attacking, and that mechanic actually works for me. I'm not bashing the combat mechanics in Dragon Age Origins, but in number 2 they've just been improved. And I know that a lot of people playing DA2 didn't like the combat mechanics. Well, it's it's nothing that we can do about that. So anyway, at the beginning of the game, you see, you hear Varric tell the Seeker, Cassandra Pendergast, about the tale of the champion, and we start things off at, well, of course, back in Ferelden. Oh yes, gotta love our Ferelden. But we actually get to see what happened in Lothering. But basically, what happened was the Darkspawn Horde came up, killed everyone in Lothering. And I think the only ones to escape was the Hawk family. And the Hawk family is just basically Hawk, Carver, Bethany, and Leandra, which is your mother. And plus there's a Mabari war dog as well, but he or she, I really don't know what gender he is or whatever, but he's not a companion. Not a companion spot like it was in Origins, which I think, thank God, because otherwise it'd just be a waste of another companion spot. But the Mabari is a summoning, which is really bloody good, if I'm completely bloody honest. Yeah. And then continuing the road, you get to see a future companion by the name of Aveline Valen, and yes, she is Orlesian and she is ginger. Oh well, who cares, right? She is she was Orlesian, but I think she fled from Orlais to Ferelden because her father wanted her to be something that she didn't want to be. And I respect any character for doing that. For basically saying, no, I got a mind of my own, and I will do what I see fit. And I respect any character for doing that, male, female, dwarf, Tyrion, Quarian, I don't care. I will respect anyone for standing up for themselves and basically saying I'm going to do things my way. I love a character like that, and she is married to a Templar called Sir Wesley, and in the fighting you see Wesley, and I'm sort of silently ranted on this, but he did a stupid mistake, and that is turn your back on the enemy. Because basically this is what he was doing. But mind you, they were outnumbered, so at that point, so my rant was sort of muted. He faced one, and another one came up behind him and slashed straight up the spine. And yet he can still walk. Logic? I don't know, but and then Aveline just basically punched the living shit out of him, got a sword, and right on the neck, right on the neck, picked up Wesley's shield and started defending him until the Hawk family just rolled up. And then there's, I get the feeling I'm forgetting something. And like Origins, you can choose your class as well. Warrior, Mage, Rogue. But the game sort of feels like, you have to be a mage. And plus, if you actually look at the cover, you see Hawk as a mage. So does Hawk have to be a mage? No, he doesn't have to be a mage, but the story, I think, fits him better if he is a mage. If that does make sense. So you have, so basically now it's the four of you, you, your brother, your sister, and Aveline, as your squad / party, and I'm gonna sneeze in a minute. Nope. Yeah, I'm good. And then you fight your way to this clearing when an ogre popped in, and depending on your class, either your brother Carver or your sister Bethany will die. And I thought, hang on, can I redo this? And when I found out that no matter what you do, they still die, which I thought, oh crap, I don't want to lose my family. But this is a blight, and people lose people, so let's get on with it. And yeah, you kill your ogre. You have sort of like a second to catch your breath. You talk to your mother about either your brother or your sister dying, and after that you turn around and who do you see? More Darkspawn! And you sort of mid-fight your way through that, and then a surprise appearance by a dragon. And that dragon saves you from the Darkspawn, and that dragon turns into a person. Who could that be? No, it's none other than the Witch of the Wilds herself, Flemeth. And this redesign of Flemeth, I actually thought, who the hell is this chick? But when I heard that voice, my reaction was, Flemeth? Holy maker. I like this. I've always liked the Apostates, the Witch of the Wilds, Blood Magic. Hey, that's my playthroughs. I always go for the bad sides. So, yeah. Because I am a sadistic son of a bitch. I love evil. If I could join the bloody Darkspawn, do you think I would? And that is actually a DLC for Origins. But back to DA2, she asks asks you for a little favor to basically to drop off a amulet with for the Dalish, and you have no choice but to agree. Then she helps you go to Kirkwall. And Kirkwall is, I think, the capital city in the Free Marches. I think, don't quote me on that, but it is a city in the Free Marches. Yeah, for the Free Marches, we only know about 2 cities in there. Kirkwall, the one that you're basically trapped in, and then there's Starkhaven. We don't know that much about Starkhaven though, and the only reason that I know about that we get to know about Starkhaven is because of the DLC character, the Exiled Prince. So yeah. But upon arriving in Kirkwall, you see that they shut their gates to Ferelden's because too much of them are already in the city. And you go to the captain, and he's just surrounded by blooming Ferelden deserters. And you tell the captain, oh, by the way, I got an uncle in there. Can you please get him for me? And the captain's like, if I find him, I'll bring him to you. And then the deserters were like, Oi! We were here first. We've been here for months. Screw you! Attack! And then basically you went to war with them. And then the captain brings you your uncle gambling. Yeah. And basically he doesn't have the coin. He does not have the coin to get you into Kirkwall. So basically he gets you a job for a year. Yeah. And you can choose what job you want as well. There's a smuggler, and if I remember her name, that would be a positive. Hang on. I want to say a Fenrir. Yeah, I think it is a Fenrir, but I'm not so sure about Elven names. So if you can, let me know in the comments down below, because don't quote me on the name. And then there's a mercenary. I forgot the mercenaries. I think it's the red iron. Don't quote me on it or anything, but it's been a long time since I played the game, and I remember the story to it, but not the bonus stuff. So I do apologize in advance for that. And moving on, you get to choose. Do you want to be a smuggler or do you want to be a mercenary? But with the mercenary, you get 5 gold, and with the smugglers, you don't get nothing. So yeah, that's a bit of a bribery there. For me, I went to the smugglers because, hey, it's the underworld. I can get crime boss. And me and crime, well, we got along this way. But after a year, the first year in Kirkwall, you and your brother or sister, depending on your class, you go to this dwarf, Bartran Tectus. Basically, begging to be put in his expedition, but he turns you down, and then you give basically you get pickpocketed. I was going to say mugged, but come on. No one's going to mug you. No one's going to mug Hulk. And then the pickpocketer gets an arrow. You see like his crossbow. And then you get introduced to the lovely dwarf, Varric Tethys. You basically get your money back, and for good measure, sorts him within a month. Fantastic. I love that. I love Varric. He is a good friend. He is a good friend. Yeah, and there's gonna be a oh well. But he does love revealing the chest hair manliness. I quoted that of Ability Drain, so I'm good. So and now that you have Varric in your party, after agreeing to be a invested partner to the expedition, so you need 50 gold coins, 50 sovereigns. So let's start saving up. And then you get all these like odd jobs. But sometimes you get a job and the reward is not just money, but it's a new character. It's a new companion. And you get 8 companions to be up throughout this part of the game. And I actually remember them. So let's count. Varric, Carver or Bethany, Aveline, Fenris, Meryl, Isabella, great, I almost had him. Anders, yeah, you need to come back. Yeah, and the DLC character Sebastian. There's your 8 companions. Yeah. And let's go through them one by one. We already went through Carver, Bethany, and we've already went through Varric, and we've already went through Aveline. So now let's go through Meryl. Meryl is Dalish, and in Dragon Age Origins, if you played the Dalish origin, you do see Meryl in there, because you're from the same clan as from Meryl and the Marafari is. So already then your warden as sort of like a background to Meryl, because he or she grew up with. So yeah, that was actually good. And I like Meryl's redesign. I love her armor. It's like chainmail gear and then Dalish colours all the way down. And the Dalish, not wearing boots or anything. Just like, like from here and all that. Just like a ninja. And all that. But what I don't like is like, she got as all like from here and all that. I keep seeing like spots. I don't know if they're like painted on or something, but I was like, yeah. And but you do find out that Meryl isn't only just a mage. She is actually a blood mage. And for me, I was like, in my playthrough, I was a mage, so I had Carver. I was like, ooh, I want this magic. Yeah, because in every mage playthrough that I normally do, if it's from DA2, and if it's from bloody Origins, if I'm a mage, I'm going to be a blood mage. So, suck it, Chantry, and suck it, Templars. Don't get me started on the Chantry, guys. I don't like it. I don't like the Chantry. No, tell me, and here's a quick question for the fans. Do you like the Chantry? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you support the Chantry or do you hate it? Not hate it, or if you're in the middle, or if you do sort of like it, but you sort of hate it. Let me know because I want to hear your opinions. Moving on. You actually find out what Flemeth actually put in the amulet, and well, what does she put in an amulet? Amulet. Thank you. But herself, she put a fragment of her soul in the amulet to be reborn, because I think she knew that Morrigan in Origins was plotting to kill her. Yeah, and Khan, it's sort of like a boss fight, but it's there in Origins if you want. So out. There you go. And yeah, she actually tells you what's gonna be in the future. Change. And that is what the world fears. The world fears change. And Flemeth had a plan. She has a plan to bring change to the world. Yeah, that's not going to be good. But after that, Meryl leaves the Dalish. Yeah, she leaves the Dalish and she becomes a city elf. Yeah, she lives in the alienage. But the alienage isn't like gay, isn't gay at all, gave it away like Ferelden's alienage was. I hated that because it's like, come on, the bloody elves, for God's sake. Elves equals equality. I should really hashtag that, but hey, if you want to, go ahead, hashtag free the elves. But yeah. And then she becomes, a companion. Let's go to Darktown, which you get to see Anders and what he becomes. You see Anders and no, because in here, back in my Awakening review, if you haven't checked that out, please do. But I say in my Awakening review how Anders used to be, and how I didn't really talk about him in DA2. Now, that was the past. Now, this is the A2 review. So I'm going to explain why I said those things in my Origins review. Basically, what Anders used to be, and I've said this already, but I'm going to say it again. What he used to be good. He used to be confident in himself. He used to be a kidder. Yeah. If you can believe it, my favorite Anders to DA2, he's nothing like him. He's nothing like himself anymore. Because in DA2, he's a whiny bitch. He never shuts up about mages being oppressed, talking about being depressed all the bloody time. And he's angry at the world. It's like, He's like, Anders, we know already. We know the plight about mages being in the circle. You never shut up about it. And I think that is the main reason why fans of Dragon Age, and yes, I'm a fan of Dragon Age, but I don't like the new Anders. And the reason why Anders is what he is because he's got the spirit of justice inside him. Why? Why was that? Why was that a good idea? Because of that, Anders is technically now an abomination. Ugh. And I know Justice was a friend of his, but surely you could have given him, a different bloody body, preferable a dead one. You know what? In Dragon Age Inquisition, if Anders is in there, please, by the way, I want you to do a simple thing. Do a story arc where you get to rip Justice out. Rip Justice out of Anders. Make that a storyline. Maybe not a storyline, not the main story, but do it like a bonus thing. Because I think that would actually be rather cool. Anyway, that was like a mini rant. I do apologize, but yeah, that's how the new Anders is. He's too whiny. Too whiny. It was like, what happened to my friend? Yeah, and plus, we don't see Sir Hunks a lot. Anyway, you have to get rid of him. So, basically threw a gift away, but okay. And then the other reason why Hawk is bothering with him, I think, is because he's got maps. He's got the Warden maps of the deep roads. Deep roads? That would actually be quite cool to see. Hey, instead of the deep roads, we got deep roads. That would actually be quite interesting. Yeah. Right. I think I got a code coming on, but god damn it, I am finishing this. I am finishing the review. Powerfully. That's what I'm gonna do. And now, I know I'm not gonna finish Anders because no thank you. Let's skip on Anders. For the people that haven't played DA2, do play it and then see what I'm talking about with Anders, because the character is so bloody bad I can't finish the segment on him. So I do apologise in advance for that. Moving on from Anders, let's talk about let's see. Let's talk about Isabella. Let's talk about Captain Isabella. Yeah, she used to be a captain, and she got shipwrecked in Kirkwall because she was running from a Qunari dreadnought, and Qunari are they're well organized, well battled veterans and all that. And the reason why, and I'm going spoilers here, but screw it, the reason why the Qunari was after Isabella in the first place was because Isabella stole the Tome of Kasloon, which is a Qunari text written a long time ago, and I think it's like the basis of what makes the Qun. Don't go into detail on it, but the tome does come up in other events which I'll be going on into after I do the characters. So now let's talk about Fenris. And I'm pretty sure I'm nearly done. Yes, I'm nearly done. But with Fenris, he's a different elf. Fenris is a slave from the Tevinter Imperium, and he actually, when you free him, because he's running from a master, the segments for all the characters really carry on until like the end in conflict, which I will not be talking about this early. But yeah, and the reason why Fenris is different because he's got lyrium all the way on his skin, and the pain of that caused him to have his memory wiped, and it's great for warriors, and I think even rogues to be born in Tevinter, because it's a mage nation, and everything is permitted in Tevinter Imperium. Blood magic, it's not frowned upon, it's convinced. So in there you need power and all that, and hey, who gives you more power? The demons. So yeah. And Fenris does, to tell you, his experience of being a slave in Tevinter, and yeah, you can with the romances. To be honest, there's 5 romances with Sebastian as well. I don't know what I think. Whatever. You get Isabella, you get Fenris, you get Anders, and then you get Meryl. And yeah, I've seen all of the romances, to be honest. And you get this thing. The bar now. I got friendship up here, and then there's a rival up here. Either way, they can't tell you to sling your hog and I got hiccups. But yeah, and if you get like one like Meryl after friendship, she does not destroy the. Sorry guys, she does not destroy the Illuvia. But if you get her to for rival and talk to her, she does destroy the Illuvia, because it's consumed her life. It led her to blood magic, and it has ruined her life. And the way you basically say stop this, for God's sake. And yeah, because that's the one that I romanced. I romanced Meryl. Yes, come on. She sounds Welsh, and I'm Welsh. Yeah, for those of you who do not realise or could not figure out because of my accent, yeah, I live in Wales, and it's a small country, but hey, I'm still British, but I like to class myself as Welsh. So anyway, moving on, and here we have one of the first conflicts in the game, and that is the Knarr. Because recent events, the Chantry, it's like pushing them, and basically they've had enough. It's like, and this is a major deal I get with the bloody Chantry. Whatever they see as a threat to their religion, they want to destroy you. And it's like, really? That's the religions in reality, Christianity. If you're Judaism, Hinduism, for God's sake, and this is a big bloody thing with religions now. Because but basically the Canary invade. Not in like huge numbers or anything, but they do put up a fight, and then you get saved by Knight Commander Meredith, and that this is before she and I know I skipped the Deeplos expedition, but basically I'm gonna sum it up now. Depending on who you take, your family member, like a Carver or Bethany, they have a chance. There's three possibilities really. The first one, you don't take them. The second one, you take them but they die. And the second thing is you take them but take Anders as well, and then they become a Grey Warden. And what I've seen in the what I've heard rumours about in the next Dragon Age game, which is Dragon Age Inquisition, and I will be getting it. I don't want Carver or Bethany in the Grey Wardens. No thank you. Hell, it's bad enough that the Wardens have got my bloody dwarf. Yeah. I'm talking about Oberon. If you don't know what I'm on about, go back and watch my Dragon Age Origins Awakening review, and I'm pretty sure that I cleared it up in there. So please do watch it. Then you have literally a one-on-one duel with the Arashok himself, and he's a dual wielder. He wields a massive axe thing and a massive long sword. I'm a mage. And it does take you a long. It does actually take you a long time to fight the Arashok. Because with mages, we're long distance. We have our staff. We shoot once, then shoot again. But we do come up to close combat as well. But I actually devised a strategy against him. Get some distance. If you got the spell Horror, use it on him. So he stops for quite a long time, and then you can wait on him and cast a lot of spells on him as well. So if you're a warrior and if you're a rogue as well, if you have any attack that gets into stagger like this or in fear, I recommend using that, because that is useful. That's a useful attack to put on a beast like that. Let me assure you. Before you even fight the Arashok, and sorry I'm all over the place, I just woke up. But I'm dedicated, so take down whatever comments you want. Depending on your friendship level or your rivalry, I think not your rivalry, but your friendship with Isabella. She does retake the tome, but she does bring it back. But the Canary is like, we take her as well. We take her into the queue, and you can basically say, "Sure, take her," or you basically can fight. And that's where you get into the duel. And after you kill him and all that, everyone recognizes you as and gives you the title of champion. And then after like second, and the game even says after segments like that, you look back at Cassandra Pendergast still asking Varric, questions, and even talking about it and all about the segment that just happened and all that. So it's actually a pretty good thing, if I am honest. And now we have the last thing, the last big conflict. This is pretty much at the end of the game, and that is the Mage Templar conflict. Yeah, and with the DLC, see with the Sebastian and all that, there's like one mission or one quest with him that basically you see Liliana and she tells you, I'm the right hand of the divide, and then, if I make a mistake, I correct myself, I talk to myself, and she basically tells you, war will pretty much be coming and all that. And then arguments between the Knight Commander and at this point she's Lulu, she's, Coco for Cocoa Pops. Cuckoo for Cocoa Pops radio. She goes absolutely batshit crazy because she has a sword made out of pure lyrium, red lyrium, from the Deep Rose expedition. Yeah. Gives you great power, but makes you batshit insane. And then after let us search the tower, then the stupid Anders pop in and basically he blows up the chantry. And he's like, we were getting somewhere. The war wouldn't have happened until you stupid abomination twat. You blew up the bloody chantry. What is line? It was so bloody stupid. I quote this. I removed the chance of compromise because there is no compromise. Of course there's a bloody compromise, you twit. Look, God's sake, Anders. And depending who you choose to support, even if you choose the Templars, you can get Anders to help out. I did, I chose the mages. Hey, I was a mage, but my brother was a Templar, so yeah. I wanted that storyline to go down, so and then after the final start of mages, you actually see Orsino confirmed that he knew about your mother's killer. Yeah, at this point your mother's dead. She got chopped. Basically, she got chopped up into pieces and reincarnated as some Blood Mage's dead wife. Yeah, I was nearly crying at this point because I get emotionally attached to the character. At this point, I was Hawk. Hawk was me in his position. Actually, that's the same as Commander Shepard in Mass Effect. Shepard is me, basically. Even though he's voice acted, and Hawk is voice acted. Hell, the Warden wasn't voice acted, but Warden had more to say really. And that. But yeah, it's whenever I see something that that is like wrong and all that, like the mother dying, brother or sister dying. It's like that gets to me and all that, and yeah. And I did what Hope would have done in his position. I mutilated him. Not gonna lie. I wish that, you know, I wish that you could say, or type in, like, whatever you're gonna say, and then the voice, you know, does it. I would have said, because you killed my mother, I will bleed you bloody dry. And that's what I would have used, blood magic, to get him suck all the blood out of his body. Anyway, moving on. Orsino, the first enchanter, says, you know, oh yes, by the way, I knew about him. I didn't tell the Templars about him because they understand. And at that point, it's like, oh, for God's sake. And then he transforms himself, using blood magic, by the way, into a harvester. And it's like, what the shit? Die. Yeah, and then you fight him, and then you kill him. And then you fight, and then the final boss is Knight Commander Meredith. And it's like, and oh yeah, and Major, her Knight Captain even turns on her. No one's home. Sorry. Yeah, traffic outside. And for like fangirls, and I can name two of them, by the way. I can name two of them. And these I think should be like the two presidents of the Cullen. Yeah, the Knight Captain's Cullen. The ones that should be the president of the Cullen fan girls and all that should be Gamer MED 83 and Ability Dream. So if those who are watching this, hey, what's up? So yeah, and then you know, afterwards, you know, when he beats Meredith, she gets turned into Red Lyrium, a statue in the middle of the gallows, and all the Templars are like, what the hell just happened? And Cullen, you know, he looks at you, and I think there's like different ways they could kind of, one, like, him and the Templars could kneel before you, or let you go, or something like that. I don't know. I know there's like a Templar ending, there's like a mage ending and all that. And that's the end of the game, and Varric even says, you know, everyone went their separate ways, except from whoever you romance, you know, stays with you, and that, and that's when, you know, Cassandra, lets Varric go. You know, end of interrogation. She steps outside, and then she talks to her boss, which is Liliana again. She makes another appearance, and they say, like, you know, he's gone. Hawke is gone, just like the warden. And it's like, yeah, fine. You know, they didn't really explain like what actually happened. So. And the Seekers at that point is like, you know, the world is already at war. Basically, they are the Inquisition. They're like the early forms of the Inquisition. So, yeah. And that's basically the game. And that's the game. So, I'm gonna end this video. Thank you guys for watching this, and I'll see you next time.